Remember, faith comes by hearing the word of the Lord. Join us as we go to a butterfly sanctuary and a mini zoo in a wonderful castle. I hope you enjoyed the video. As we go through the video, I'll be reading some excerpts from Daniel chapter 4, verse 28, going downwards. Thank you. This story has to do with the king Nebuchadnezzar, who had a dream, and Daniel had to interpret this dream. And this dream came to pass, and that's what we're going to read about. So I take it from verse 28. All this did happen to King Nebuchadnezzar. Only 12 months later, while he was walking about on the roof of his royal palace in Babylon, he said, "Look how great Babylon is. I built it as my capital city to display my power and might, my glory and majesty." Before the words were out of his mouth, a voice spoke from heaven. "King Nebuchadnezzar, listen to what I say. Your royal power is now taken away from you. You will be driven away from human society, live with wild animals, and eat grass like an ox for 7 years. Then you will acknowledge that the Supreme God has power over human kingdoms and that he can give them to anyone he chooses." The words came true immediately. Nebuchadnezzar was driven out of human society and ate grass like an ox. The dew fell on his body, and his hair grew as long as eagle's feathers, and his nails as long as bird claws. When the 7 years had passed, said the king, I looked up at the sky, and my sanity returned. I praised the Supreme God and gave honor and glory to the one who lives forever. He will rule forever, and his kingdom will last for all time. He looks on the people of the earth as nothing. Angels in heaven and people on earth are under his control. No one can oppose his will or question what he does. When my sanity returned, my honor and my majesty and the glory of my kingdom were given back to me. My officials and my noblemen welcomed me, and I was given back my royal power with even greater honor than before. And now I, Nebuchadnezzar, praise, honor, and glorify the King of heaven. Everything he does is right and just, and he can humble anyone who acts proudly. The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. Hallelujah. There are so many lessons that we can learn from this short reading. The first one is pride. You know, when we lift ourselves or try to compare ourselves with God, then God humbles us. What was interesting for me is that there was just a voice. He didn't even see God, or God didn't bring down fire. Just that voice brought him down. And as soon as his word went out, as soon as the voice finished speaking, immediately whatever was said came to pass. That's what stood out for me. And the fact that after everything, when he realized who he was in front of God and how little he is in front of God, God restored his honor even greater than before. And now he now acknowledges that God can do whatever that he chooses to do, and we cannot question him. So this is a great lesson, and this is what I've learned today in my reflection of the book of Daniel 4 verse 28 to 37. Please leave your comments and let's share. Let's be interactive. Let me also know what stood out for you. Thank you very much for always following liking, subscribing to my channel. God bless you. Bye.
That changes your mind, oh. Those that know you will trust in you, not in horses and chariots, but